Elon Musk humbles Jordan Peterson about Tesla in this latest interview. Check this out.
Tesla is a car company, but when I look at what
Like
you
an
do,
AI
I don't.
company
Yeah, well, exactly.
as well.
Yeah, well, maybe more. Like those aren't cars; those are autonomous robots.
Yeah,
Those
they're
things-
robots on four wheels. Autonomous robots
Yeah.
on four wheels, yeah. They just look like a car.
Right. They're disguised as a car.
Disguised
in a
as a
sense.
car, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Jordan Peterson is a very smart guy, so I was surprised why he called Tesla a car company. But later on, he was like, yeah, you're right. It's an AI company. It's robots. They're disguised as cars, collecting a lot of data for AI to solve full self-driving. I get it. My mistake. But the interview gets a little juicy. Now, yes, the whole interview, I watched about an hour and a half of it. Well, pretty much the whole thing, because it's like 2 hours long. It was mainly because of wokeness and all those other things about America, all that kind of stuff. So there wasn't a lot of things about Tesla or AI, but the things that he did mention, it was pretty interesting. And I knew, we all know Elon, he doesn't want to spill the beans so much because we all know that Tesla is a public traded company. He can't say a lot, and XAI is a brand new company. So he can't really talk so much about Tesla when he's talking about Jordan Peterson, because again, it's a public traded company. He has to keep things a lot of discreet, but he did say some interesting things. Now, Elon posted this on X, asking us, or Tesla investors pretty much, if Tesla should buy $5 billion worth of XAI. And in this interview, he did say that Tesla's real world AI has not yet been linked with Grok.
We haven't yet applied real-world video from Tesla to Grok yet.
So that was pretty interesting. It looks like there's gonna be some back and forth between XAI, Grok, and Tesla, and it looks like this would be the next stepping stone to the bots, right? Because the only company out there right now that has real-world data is Tesla. With the amount of data generated daily, I mean, they have close to 2 billion worth of miles collected of data, of real world AI, which I don't know any other company, and if there is, they're a distant, and we know the report from ARK Invest, we've seen that. I think it was Baidu who was the most closest, not even Waymo, right? And they use LiDAR. They're always gonna be geofenced. That's the thing with Waymo and all these other car companies, or all other, robotaxi companies, that Waymo still only has 1,000 driverless taxis. It's been what? 5, 6, 7, 8 years now, and they still have 1,000. Like, why aren't they increasing it, right? With Tesla, once their robotaxis come in, and I'm very hyped for October 10th, but once their robotaxi comes, it's going to be orders of magnitude, because it's not geofence anymore. It's a generalized AI. So what I think is going to happen is that the real world AI and XAI, they will be formed together with the bot. It's gonna be, because it's language models, right? Like ChatGPT, all that kind of stuff. Then you're slapping on real world AI on it. It's like much smarter than humans, and you can use them for useful tasks around the house, around the garage, wherever, at work, manufacturing, factory, whatever. And that's what Elon Musk pretty much said in this whole interview, if I want to sum it all up, which is a very sheesh moment. We kind of see how things are shaping up. But let's step back a bit. The bot is something that, I don't know, I know they said mass production 2026, but let's come back to like this year. Tesla just released FSD 12.5. I mean, just before the earnings too. And the reactions was absolutely crazy. For example, Mike P here says that first 10-mile drive on FSD version 12.5. I want to contain myself because I have used prior versions that have delivered very good experiences and then suddenly seem to get worse. But here goes. That was by a long shot the most incredible FSD experience I've ever had, and the first time I truly want to jump out of the vehicle and flag anyone down willing to hop in to see what the F is going on here. And pretty much he goes on and says how good this version is, what it did, all that kind of stuff. And then Elon Musk replied to this saying, still some issues with this release, but you can see the magic already. We're pushing it out only to those who have requested advanced releases, setting it on screen that is defaulted off. For regular users, version 12.5.3 is probably suitable for wide release already, which is insane. And not that insane, because just yesterday, Whole Mars said that he just got version 12.5.1. And here's what he had to say about it. Number 1, seems to be more assertive and quicker than before. Feels more jerkier and not quite as smooth as 12.5 on assertive setting. Still does all drives without intervention, which is insane. The intervention part. That's what we have to eliminate all interventions. If we can eliminate all interventions, it's practically, it's done. It's ready. It's good to go. And that's the important part, and that's the sheesh part. Number 4, handles flashing red lights perfectly. And number 5, out of windshield washer fluid due to a dry wiping my windshield so many times. Yeah, I mean, the windshield wiper is not the best. When I rent out Teslas here, they just go off. It's weird. They're weird. They're weird. I don't know how they're going to keep, I don't know when they're going to fix it, but they're weird. But nonetheless, what a sheesh moment. This is crazy. 12.5, 12.1. Elon talking about 12.5, 0.3 now. I'm getting so confused with these 0.3s. But here's the crazy part. Most people have no idea FSD exists. Here's the opportunity, guys, right? And I put this on my X. I'm going to read it word by word because this is just facts. The fact that most people still have no idea that cars are driving themselves today presents a massive opportunity for investors who are invested in Tesla today. We are so early. Guys, imagine you guys were in 2007 and you guys see the iPhone. Most people haven't heard about the iPhone until maybe 2009 or 10, right? Imagine investing in that company in 2007. Screw it. Let's go even more back. Going back to Microsoft, right? Around there. In the 2000s, in the 1990s, no one knew that everyone's going to have a computer at their home. Remember at that time? Bill Gates and all those other guys were saying that everyone's going to have a computer at home. And everyone's going like, no, we can't have the computer at home. That's just ridiculous. That's just, stupid. Then the iPhone came and they said, yeah, everyone's going to have an iPhone or a smartphone and such. And everyone's like, no one's going to get an iPhone. They're too expensive. And now everyone is saying everyone's going to have a bot at home. Elon is saying everyone's going to have a robot at home. Everyone is going to have, cars driving themselves. You know what I mean? Like, again, we are so early. It's just ridiculous. It's flipping awesome. And that is why I'm all in Tesla stock, because I know in 5 years, 10 years, end of this decade, we're going to look back and go like, wow, I wish I bought more. I wish I knew. I wish I was a Tesla investor back in the 2020s, because what the price will be once everyone recognizes the full self-driving, the FSD, the robots, the AI, and see Tesla as not just a car company anymore, like how Jordan Peterson did, then you will see the stock price go from, what is it right now, 220 to maybe 10 times this. And the reason why I say that is because just the amount of value being created overnight because of this full self-driving thing. Again, going back to the first few seconds of this video started, Elon saying that these are robots on wheels, autonomous cars on wheels, disguised as cars. The goal is something else. The goal, yes, main mission is to transition the world to sustainable energy, but it looks like to do that, the only way to do it is bring transportation down so much, aka robotaxis, so everyone can use it and their electric vehicles, right? So then you can bring and, transfer or transition the whole thing to sustainable energy. Then you got the bots later on and AI and all that other stuff. But in order to do that, it looks like AI needs to be part of that, a big chunk of that. Without AI, gas cars are still going to be around. That's pretty much what he's trying to say. That's the whole goal here of why trying to solve full self-driving. I mean, and all the other perks that comes with it, right? Like reduced death, less accidents, pretty much maybe even eliminating all of accidents. You know what I mean? So it's just so much value being created. It's hard to see not one day. Hard to see Tesla not being the world's most valuable company one day. It's just hard not to see it. So that is a sheesh moment, and the reason why I'm going all into Tesla stock. But that was crazy. The news with FSD and Jordan Peterson, all that kind of stuff. Very humbling stuff to see. Very interesting stuff to, new information to grasp. And good to see Elon Musk reiterating all this on interviews every now and then. And if you guys aren't on X and you're a Tesla investor, and you guys aren't even following me, then I don't know what the heck you guys are doing, because you're just wasting your time. You're not getting the value that you guys should as a Tesla investor, or just regular value, because X is awesome. I love X. I'm on it like 24/7. But anyways, guys, because of these newses, the full self-driving and the robotaxis and AI, all that kind of stuff, we can see Tesla's NVIDIA moment happening sooner than we think. I've made a video about it right here. You guys can check it out. Subscribe, get your I Bought the Dip t-shirt, or I keep dollar cost averaging in, the one I'm wearing right now. Use the discount code RIPSHORTS to get 10% off. I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.